Welcome back, everybody. I do hope that our journey through the wilderness has been illuminating, if not challenging. Wilderness, though instructive and certainly a part of our spiritual life, isn't easy. Thus far, we've discussed oceans, forests, and this last week we discussed swamps. Not all of the scenes of wilderness that I've presented may resonate with you, but I'm hopeful that at least one or two or a few will. Now, as it concerns swamps, that's one that is near and dear to my heart, as some of you might recall from this last week's sermon. I spent a good deal of my life when I was much younger in swamps with uncles and grandparents and my father, because swamps, apart from being occasionally impenetrable and maybe even a little bit frightening, have lots of fish. And so my family loves to fish, and so that was my primary encounter with swamps. It was usually on fishing trips. But the reason that swamps appeal to me as a scene of wilderness for us as people of faith is that in swamps, the rigor and demands and perhaps systems that are not supporting your quality of life, they don't want to go there either. And so if you can make your way into that swamp and be still and listen, you might hear a different rhythm. You might hear different voices that will instruct and inform and hopefully illuminate, but that aren't placing demands on you that are both unrealistic and not supportive of your quality of life. This last week I spoke in particular of the Great Dismal Swamp, which provided refuge, sanctuary for those who were escaping slavery as well as indentured servitude. They did not want to be a part of a domination system because no human being does. Certainly not those who were on the bottom rung of that hierarchical structure. So they found in this impenetrable, sometimes frightening space that we call swamps, they found home. They found freedom. They found possibilities that were not present in their old life. My hope for all of us during this Lent is that as we may let some things go or put things to the side for a period of time, that we might also experience new ways of being and relating and living. Ways that lift up our quality of life and the quality of life of our neighbors. Ways that communicate to us that we are indeed children of God, and that while we live within the limits established by our bioregions, it is those same places, those spaces of wilderness, that have so much to teach us. We are cautioned against spending too much time there, but this season of Lent gives us that opportunity to pause and be present to what is being said, to what is being communicated to us by the wilderness, be it in the swamp or the forest or the ocean. I invite you to stay with us for one more week at least, because this coming week we will be discussing deserts as our final scene of wilderness for discussion. I hope that this has been illuminating and supportive of your week. Any contact information, any information you want to share with me, make comments about this, feel free to do so. Would love to discuss it further. Have a great week.